Hello there, brothers and sisters. None Superior here, and welcome to my guide on Heroes and Generals Paratrooper class, also known as Fallschirmjägers. Let's get started and show you how to become a paratrooper. First, you'll start with a regular infantryman and advance them up to rank 7, where the paratrooper class becomes available. At that point, you can switch over by clicking on it and paying the requisite credits or gold. You can always switch back to regular infantryman by paying a very small amount of credits or gold. You will not lose your rank. So let's take a look at the paratrooper class. First thing you'll notice is your weapon selection is different than before. You no longer have 10 points in which to spend on weapons. You can only spend 6. That's going to severely limit what you can take. Now the starting semi-automatic rifles, the M1 Garand and the G43, are 5-point weapons. So you can still take those, and you can take an extra ammo pouch in those if you wish. That'll put you up to 6 points. The submachine guns that you start with are 6 points, which means that's all you can take, and you can't even take extra ammo for it. Also good to notice that the grenades are 2 points, so you cannot take grenades and the starting semi-autos. So let's see what weapons you do have access to. So you have access to all the melee weapons, the shovels and the knives. You have the starting semi-automatic rifles. You have the submachine guns. And now with the latest, you also have pistols, excuse me. You also have this Fallschirmjäger Gewehr 42 if you're playing the Germans, and on the Americans, the Allied side, you have an M1 Garand carbine, which is a, I believe, 30-shot small carbine. This is roughly equivalent to the BAR. I haven't really looked at the stats specifically. It's going to take me a while to unlock this, so I haven't checked it out yet. I want to do an entire separate review of weapons, and I'm not going to really cover them here. But suffice it to say that you get this special weapon on the German side and the M1 Garand carbine on the Allied side. You also get the higher-end submachine guns for both sides, the MP40 and the Thompson. On the explosive side, you get all the regular anti-personnel grenades and the anti-tank grenades, as well as anti-tank and anti-personnel mines. One thing to notice is these are all 2-pointers. Well, some of these are 3-pointers, but that means that you can't take these and a submachine gun. You're going to have to take a pistol or something like that, or get an extra ribbon to unlock an extra equipment point. And binoculars are 1 point. One thing to note with the weapons loadout is that there are no anti-tank weapons, no bazookas or Panzerschrecks. There are also no bolt-action rifles. One thing to also note is there are no vehicles. You cannot paratroop out of a plane with the Jeep, or a light tank for that matter. There is a special ribbon for the paratrooper class here, parachute. Let's take a look at it. So the parachute ribbon will start here at 1, and you can unlock this skill, free fall. By disconnecting the parachute release from the jump cable, you can decide for yourself when to open your parachute. I'll describe these more in a minute here. There's also this paratraining bronze, which gives you the automatic deployment of the chute. And then at the end here, you can unlock the special weapon for your side. One thing to note before we move on is there are no vehicles, as I mentioned, but that means that you do not have to pay for your planes that are spawned. There's no plane ammo or plane repair the way there are with tanks or other vehicles. Before we get into the action, let me take a moment and talk about Paratrooper Plane identification. The Axis plane has flat yellow wingtips and 3 yellow engines. The Allied plane has black and white stripes, 2 engines, and rounded wingtips. Well, that's enough fooling around. Let's get into the game and show you some action. When you spawn as a paratrooper, you spawn in your Paratroop plane. This plane flies over all the objectives in a circuit. You have a limited number of plane and player spawns. Each time you die, you lose a player spawn. Each time one of your planes is destroyed, you lose a plane spawn. When either your plane or player spawns are depleted, you can no longer play as a paratrooper. Only one paratroop spawn plane is active at a time. When you choose a spawn target, it places a bullseye on the spawn point. This will also set a range indicator when you are preparing to drop. The range indicator won't show if you have your map out, however. As you approach your selected spawn point, the range indicator will tell you when it is time to drop. You cannot control your direction while you are falling through the sky until your parachute is deployed. Once your parachute is deployed, use your regular WASD keys or your mouse look to control the direction of flight. You cannot shoot while you are falling. Once you land safely, you will be granted some parachute ribbon experience. Now let's talk about parachute badges, or as I like to say, how to fall out of a plane and live. If you have no parachute badge selected, your chute will automatically deploy at a very high altitude. This gives you a lot of time to control the direction of flight, however it does make you much more of a target and take you longer to get to the ground. If you select the freefall badge, this gives you manual chute deployment. You will have to deploy your chute yourself. Don't forget! If you choose the paratraining badge, your chute will still automatically deploy, but only at the very last second before you hit the ground. You shouldn't take any damage, however. Now it's time to talk tactics. The primary use of Paratrooper class is to capture and defend objectives, since you can drop directly onto them without having to drive up or walk through enemy fire. You are also very good at dropping behind enemy lines and disrupting reinforcements. You can place mines, drop behind snipers that you've spotted, generally be a giant nuisance to the incoming reinforcements. You can drop out of your drop plane at any time, so pick your drop targets carefully. Don't rush into a quick drop far away from the action. It's going to take you a long time to hike back to your objective. One of the best parts of playing a paratrooper is the war funds. Capturing points and defending points grants you lots of war funds, and if you're thinking about playing a general, this is a great class to generate war funds for the war effort. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helps you decide if you want to play a paratrooper, or if you've already decided that it'll help you play it even better. It's a very effective infantry class, great for generating lots of war funds, lots of cash, and generally having a big impact on your team. So if you liked the video, click the likey button. Don't forget to subscribe for more Heroes and Generals guides coming forward, and maybe some other videos as well. And until next time, this is None Superior, and I will see ya.